Okay, our bedroom is haunted. In fact, our house is haunted. So we are asking any spiritual people to stitch this to help us figure out how to deal with our haunted house. We moved into this house about 6 months ago, and it was built in the 80s, so it's over 20 years old.
Yes, we did move into this older home, and it had one piece of furniture that was still left here, and that was this old armoire that it looks like it's from Narnia. And so immediately, I think every one of us kind of looked at it in a creepish way because it's kind of eerie in a sense.
Here, we'll show you. You come up the stairs, and this is the armoire that was here with the house. We keep sheets in there, but the door will often just close all by itself. It always had a heavy energy around it, but we never really thought anything of it until things started happening in the house.
I would say some of the creepy things that we've had for sure is when we're sleeping at night, I will hear music playing. It sounds like there's a party going on, literally right next to the wall. And that's exactly where the armoire is located in that section. It's located next to our son's closet as well as our adjoint wall, and it's kind of butts up against both. And even he has heard noises.
He's heard knocking noises
and such that come from that area.
They seem to be emanating from the armoire area.
Right. And there is our bedroom door, which is located right next to it as well. And there will be often times where we will open the door and then we come back around the corner and the door is closed.
The door shuts
automatically
all by itself. And just yesterday I was home alone. I'm home alone during the day. I'm a content creator. And I hear constant noises throughout the house, especially noises outside of the door. And our bedroom door, which is right outside of this armoire, it's literally sharing a wall with it. My door will open and close all by itself. The door will be shut for a few hours and then will just randomly open by itself without any sort of wind pressure or anything forcing it open.
I think that's the key to understand here, is that it opens as well as closes.
It opens
so
from a shut state.
Right. It's not because it's unleveled or the wind is blowing it closed or anything like that. It's simply being open and closed.
Mm-hmm. Those are the minor things, but let's get into
some of the bigger.
Whoever
deeper.
This spirit is starting to feel more liberties with us and starting to
feel
more
aggressive,
more free. It's becoming more aggressive. Okay, talk about what happened literally last night.
Last night we had, yesterday during the day, prior to even last night, is we had something that was sitting on our dresser. And it was like at the back of the dresser, and all of a sudden it literally got picked up and thrown on the floor. Like it was this tube that we had, so it wasn't like it was blown over, it wasn't like leaning up or something like that. That would have been allowing it to just fall on its own. It literally had to be picked up and moved in order for it to do so.
And you can hear like an air conditioning unit fan, but it does not blow out any like noticeable streams of air that could push an object off of a dresser that's just sitting still.
No,
it's not even pointed to the dresser. Like there's no way that energy could have pushed that tube off of the dresser.
Yeah, so it was kind of
Here,
odd.
let's just show them. So this is the dresser. The object was pushed off of the dresser onto this floor. This is the air conditioning unit. It's forcing air out from that open vent. So you can see it's not even touching or in any direction to this dresser.
Yeah, and so another thing that we had happen, we were both asleep. And
it's always when we're like on the precipice of sleep that this spirit visits us.
And myself, as well as Steph, we both our ears will start ringing really bad. Like it's this very vibrant, loud ringing, like almost painful. Like it'll wake you up, and like it's almost like there's a TV on with. And so we were in bed, and both of our ears were ringing, and at least mine started ringing really
I was
bad.
awake. You were asleep.
Oh, I was asleep, I think, on you, actually.
You were asleep on me.
And you were, I don't know if you were watching TV or what you were doing, because I was asleep. And then all of a sudden, I felt a tug on the back of my shirt, and it was like a very strong pull. So I thought it was one of our kids had come in and like literally grabs it, woke me up. So
he wakes up and he looks to the side of the bed and he starts trying to feel with his arms
like,
over
who's
to this,
here?
Like who's pulling on my shirt?
Right, like so I just thought one of the kids was just pulling on the back of me. No one there.
The same thing happened to me months ago in bed.
Right.
I was on that side of the bed, which because we switched, same side of the bed. Which, by the way, this side of the bed this wall right here backs right up to the armoire.
Right.
Okay.
And it's that side where I hear the music.
That side where he hears the music. I was on that side when we first moved in, and I felt somebody pulling on the sheets. And I did the exact same thing he did. I woke up in a panic and started feeling around. I said, "Is Logan here?" Because that's my son's name. And sometimes he'll crawl into the room and try to play pranks on us. I looked down, nobody's there. Like somebody was pulling on the sheets of the bed on that side.
So within the same night, so we kind of calmed down a little bit from that, and we both were getting ready to go to sleep, and we actually both had started to, with lights off, everything, and we're starting to fall asleep, and all of a sudden, this shadow and the movement of our entire blanket just kind of like ruffled across us. And
It felt like somebody
just floated across the sheet
across
of both
our
of us.
entire bed, across
Right.
our bodies.
Quickly.
Like their feet. It felt like footprints, like
Right.
pitter patter across our entire bodies.
Right. Both of us. And we both like
Both
jolted
of us
up,
jolted awake.
and noticed it. And then in that same night, we had this, she has a makeup mirror to our right over here. And
We'll
I'm gonna
show
them
you.
that.
Okay, this is the mirror. It's like a Bluetooth speaker mirror.
So that mirror over that we just showed you, it kept going on and off all night.
It makes
Like,
this ding 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 ding
Right.
sound when it's going on.
Right, it turns on by itself.
It turns
We're
on
not-
by
there's-
itself
It's not a motion
constantly.
mirror. It's not because we may have moved in the night, so it comes on. It is an iHome style mirror that allows you to play Bluetooth through it, and etc. But it just came on by itself, and then I would go turn it off, and then maybe an hour later pop back on again,
like
right back
3 or
up.
4 times a
And it
night.
did this, and so then I went and unplugged it and stuff because we, it just kept
We have to
doing
unplug it because
Yeah, over and over.
if we don't, it just goes off all
Right.
night long.
But it never happens during the day. This isn't just like a malfunctioning item that is going throughout. It's always when our ears are ringing, when we're experiencing these phenomenons in our room. And I've also, prior to this beginning, I used to see a lot of shadowing in one certain corner, and that certain corner was right above our bedroom door and right near this armoire. So there's definitely some type of presence that is just getting more aggressive with us.
It's
So
touching our bodies.
yeah, it's now touching us. It's getting a lot braver in its attempts to kind of mess with us, I would say. The one thing for me, I know that it scares you a lot, but for myself,
Scares me.
I feel like I have a little stronger ability to connect in that way, and it doesn't frighten me, but it's not something that I want occurring in my home on a daily basis and
Right.
such, or want to open a portal to other beings that may not be healthy.
Also, we should add, you've had an enlightenment kind of your third eye in the last 6 months, and he's realized that he has the ability to see spirits and talk to spirits. And so I think they're recognizing that he has tapped into this ability and they're visiting us. But
Right.
this one seems aggressive and mad.
Yeah, it's interesting.
This one doesn't like us in this room.
Right. It's the interesting part is, as you stated, that I have really come into my fold in relationship to that, and it's always been relatives for me. It's always been somebody that related to her, related to myself, that I've been able to kind of see and communicate with. But this is someone that we don't know, someone that I've never interacted with, but definitely a sense and feeling of a woman, an older woman. But it's almost as if she doesn't want us to be here, and not to be frightening towards you, but it seems more specifically to her that she doesn't want her in the home, that this is, she doesn't like that there's another woman, in a sense, being in the home and making it her home. So that's what I feel when I have this presence near us.
Our altar is right here by the door, and we consistently meditate from this area.
Just kind of a caveat to this too is that we both grew up in a very Christian religious
tradition.
families, and we're in that for many of years. So we've definitely gotten out of that. So this is really kind of, which is a triggering thing for us.
It's triggering, and we have tried to rebuke this spirit in the name of Jesus. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work for us at all.
And we're open to it. It's not that we don't have faith. We're open to anything that will help us, a higher power especially, but that doesn't help us. So it's not helpful to offer that as your response.
Right, because we're not going. We're more spiritual based.
We're
And we're
spiritual. We
definitely
believe in a
more
higher power.
connected with the earth and such things.